When I first started coming, I was the worst player in the room, and I was also probably the least social person in the room. Like, I was just the quiet kid in the back. But then, made friends, and that kept me showing up. And almost all of my friends in Bloomington that I still talk to at least, I've met through Smash.
The only in-state school I applied to was IU. And the reason for that was because of Smash at IUB. I applied to IU, I got accepted, and through that, I kind of just, as I decided to end up coming to IU, I kind of just saw that, oh, okay, they have tournaments on Saturdays and Fridays. I'll see what's up.
When I moved here for my PhD in 2022, I looked up, is there a Smash scene here? I show up to the first local, and I remember asking, like, oh, is there anyone good here? And then I proceeded to get destroyed, so.
I went 0-2 my first tournament at IU, and that, saltiness of losing dad caused me to be here now, really.
I got here because there was a girl that I liked, and she signed up for IU, and I was like, oh yeah, I was thinking about going to IU too. I wasn't really passionate. I wasn't really thinking about tournaments or whatever. I had to talk to my brother about it because he competes in Smash, and he was like, yeah, I think you could do good at these tournaments. I was like, okay. So I decided to start competing, and it took off from there.
Before coming to college, I actually competed in the Chicagoland area at a tournament called Ignition at Ignite Gaming Lounge. When I came to IU, I initially came for music, and a hobby was Smash, and I ended up competing in Smash tournaments here at IU.
I was already a big participant in my previous scene at the University of Wisconsin. I came in my first month after moving here, and it was so fun. It's crazy now because I know everybody now and their names and their lives, but I was just a stranger saying, I like playing Smash.
To a casual player, Smash Ultimate is a King of the Hill style game where there is a platform, or sometimes multiple platforms, and 1 to 8 players fight it out and see who ends up last on the platform.
The goal is to essentially knock the person into either the bottom blast zone, the top blast zone, or the side blast zones.
If you smash them off the stage, you take a stock, and if you take 3 stocks, you win the game.
Certain characters are good at different aspects. Some characters are faster, some characters jump higher, some characters hit harder. For example, the character that I play, Schultz, he's really good at getting people killed off of the side blast zones, right?
It's a lot of getting an array of different situations in your brain.
So me knowing that he knew my habit meant that I could punish his reaction to my habit.
And then at the local level, we run a bracket every week. We have round robin pools, we run doubles, we run singles.
We'll have to do a couple of things like get the bracket page up on the website and start GG. Things generally kind of run themselves.
Quite a few amount of tournament organizers who help make sure the bracket runs on time, to make sure we get out of the venue at a good time, and to make sure that people are generally having a good time.
I really didn't expect it to win. Heavy goes pretty far. Yeah.
I think that what I've gained the most probably is just kind of like a sense of self at this point. You know what I mean? Before Smash Club, I didn't really have any hobbies, Yeah,
I moved from Bloomington from about 2 hours away, didn't really know anyone, didn't really have anyone. And so it was really the first community I found, and I just never really wanted to leave it after that.
Outside of tournaments, I think I've covered most of that in the sense that it makes me feel more actually socially engaged with the university because I'm not a student, and I live pretty far off campus, so there's not a lot of natural ways for me to be hello, in a class or something, and that is hard to overcome if you do not know what to look for. So this is actually my second controller, because I make arcade controllers. I have a Guitar Hero one over there, Soundwave Tux one there, and then this game is called Beatmania 2DX. Both of those are by Konami. What keeps you coming back at the end of the day? Of course, I want to win. You know, it's fun to get better. Just the act of getting better at the game and overcoming your enemies, and that's one of the main reasons. The other is just fun. I don't just come here, play, and then leave. I love to chat with people just the after for like post-soccer food, hang out outside of the club, and but those connections are established here first and foremost. It's a great stepping stone, even on day of, to just do other stuff. That's why I come back every week.
So the one we're filming today at is Beatdown 99. Next week's is number 100, which is a big deal. We have folks from all throughout Indiana coming, and we also have folks who are former members of the Bloomington scene who have kind of spread across the country now, and some people are flying back to come to this tournament. It's important with this game especially, and the way that these local scenes work, that you have to put your ego aside a little bit, because you're going to lose to the same people over and over and over and over again.
There's a ton of interest in improving in the game, and from there, coming to the weeklies every week or so, you start to grow close to the people you are seeing every week in college. I get to see my friends every week at an event that we all run, playing the same game that we all love, and being able to compete against each other to try to help each other improve and to try and better ourselves.
This is Beatdown 100. It's just a milestone of the club, but for me, it's kind of like a milestone in a bit of like my journey in TOing and being a part of our community here.
It means a lot to be a part of the team that's putting on an event like this, especially because it's an anniversary event. We got 72 people on Ultimate side today, 48 people on Melee side, so there's going to be a lot of gaming going on, which I'm super stoked for.
It's cool that we still have so much trust from so many people that have been, I'm seeing names signed up for this tournament that I haven't seen in 10 years.
I didn't really think much of it at the time. I didn't think it was gonna be like the start of any sort of like huge dedication of time in my life, but here I am now at Beatdown 100, like 10 years later.
And it's not, it's not special because it's our 100th tournament. It's not special because it's, there have been online beatdowns, there have been super beatdowns, but it being the 100th iteration of this sort of staple of our community that has brought in so many people and enabled us to do so much over the years, and has sort of exposed so many new faces and new bodies to this club. And the beauty of this club is that it means something different to everyone, but it means something to everyone. You have people that are here for a day, people that are here for a year, people that are here forever, that don't know when to quit.